So guys, big news. So apparently there is something really big going on right now when it's about some financial allegations with some clubs in the Premier League. And Everton. Poor Everton has just taken a 10-point deduction for these breaches in the financial scheme of the team. Bro, I think that's the first time it happened in the Premier League. We've seen it happen in other leagues, mainly in the Italy, with some corruption there and stuff like that. But I think it's the first time we've seen a 10-point deduction here in the Premier League. Correct me if I'm wrong. I really not sure. But bro, Everton has taken a 10-point deduction for some financial breaches that they've passed it a little bit on the millions count, but in their defense, they're talking that those extra millions were for the infrastructure of the stadium and stuff like that. But they've taken the 10-point deduction even with that, bro. And like, I don't know you. For me, this looks a bit unfair. I I mean, teams have to be punished for any extravaganza they do with the financial accounts. That's correct. But when you see Everton getting 10 points deduction, you question yourself what is happening to Chelsea and Manchester City. Because according to the article, um, Everton has committed 19.5 million breach in financials that were over the allowed. 19.5 million. That's not a lot in terms of football. And if you compare it to some allegations, some other possible breaches with Manchester City that has been had 100 alleged breaches, that's like nothing. That 19.5 million, okay, you have passed the line, you get punished, but bro, is it really fair to do that if Manchester City has 100 alleged breaches? Bro, I mean, we have to see. We have to wait to see because if you look right in the table for the Everton fans, if you look right now in the table, they are at 4 points. They are literally at 4 points right now. They are second from bottom to first. They've taken it. They've taken all the dispenses. And it looks unfair because we have many bigger problems now with some other clubs, Manchester City and Chelsea, and the ones that suffer is Everton. I mean, I've seen Manchester City pay like 10 million of something in the last 2 years because of it. 10 million. And Everton get a 10-point deduction. I mean, right now, we'll have to see. We'll have to wait because it obviously put pressure mainly on the Manchester City allegations, but also in the Chelsea allegations. Bro, we really have to see. We really have to see because this is something totally new, totally like it opens doors for every single possible allegation that there is against those clubs. Everton right now are 19th in the Premier League because of the 10-point deduction. And what is gonna happen to Manchester City and to Chelsea? Because they have allegations too, okay? Uh, I mean, there is something off here. And if okay, you give the 10-point deduction if something is really wrong. But I haven't even heard about these Everton allegations until now that they got the deductions. So, what happens to the other clubs? Are they not gonna be punished because they are big clubs? And what happens to the mid clubs right now, the low clubs right now? They're gonna be punished for everything, and the big clubs no, bro. I mean, football nowadays is much more than just ball playing. There is so many other things that surround football nowadays. It's becoming like the ball playing, the games are kind of being foreshadowed. They're being hidden from the mainstream by these outside outfield problems. Do you mean? I mean, I can't even talk properly here. This is astonishing for me. For Everton, this is gonna be a huge loss. Not just the 10-point deduction, but you lost partners, you lose investors. All of those stuff are gonna, uh, bro. There is no correct way to measure the effects of those 10 points deduction. There is no correct way. Everton, I would have been put in the mid table this season, but right now they may as well get relegated, bro. They may as well. And even if it's turned around and they don't lose, there's still gonna be afterwards of these effects. There is already agreed to sell 94% stake for Fahad Musihi, which is the big investor in the team. There's gonna be a talk about ownership, about investors in the team, and that's gonna nonetheless affect the team. And it's okay, it's okay to do that for those who really trespass the rules. But what about the teams who have been had these allegations for a while and nothing happened to them? Nothing. And if something happened, was like 10 mil, you pay 10 mil, it's okay. You pay 20 mil, it's okay. Now, something big here. Something really big is happening. Because Everton has taken a huge blow. Huge blow. Now we'll have to see what is gonna happen to those teams who have allegations on their back and what is gonna be the future for them. Because this is a big deal. And if Everton is take this type of punishment here, every fan, now I don't mean every fan, but a big portion of Premier League fans are gonna be demanding the same punishments for those clubs who had those allegations. Manchester City, maybe Chelsea. Manchester City mainly, because 100 plus allegations, 100 plus breaches. I can pronounce breaches. That's a lot. Okay, that's a lot, bro. I hope I come back here and talk a little bit more about the possible punishments for Manchester City when they receive it. But as the things are right now, I don't think they're gonna receive any punishment, and that's so unfair. That's so unfair. Everton, who's done much less, and you may even argue that it's not intentional. There may have been an accountability problem with, I mean, the breach for Everton is 19.5 million. If you compare it to the possible breaches on the Manchester City, that's nothing, bro. That's nothing. But you know what's gonna happen? Manchester City will suffer nothing. And you know why? Because they are a big club. They are big. They are a big club. They are a big company. There is a lot of money that moves around Manchester City. Do you think it's profitable to relegate Manchester City? It's not, bro. It's not. They are gonna suffer with nothing, okay? And that's sad. That's sad, bro. But it's reality. We'll have to see. I hope that just may be given here. If Everton really made something wrong, they suffered here. But this suffering, these punishments have to go to every club that did the same. We'll have to wait here. Leave your opinions in the comments and see you next time, guys.